Here's a short video on how I made my little Yorkie pixel art GIF. I like to make cute little in-game styled versions of dogs I used to work with. And the dog I decided to reference today is Henry. He's a cute little Yorkie, has very short legs, very content, very easy to work with, and I really enjoyed spending time with him. For this GIF, I wanted the Yorkie to be walking. I thought it'd be really cute if its short little legs were moving. So I usually go into Pinterest for my references. I also have all of my AI content toggles turned off in my settings because I tried to avoid looking at pins that have AI modified content because I really don't want to be referencing like AI content. I really like this account. They do really nice illustrations of different types of dog breeds, which is super nice. And I decided to go with this pin. I like its body shape and like the way the fur is textured. And then I also like this pin that they did. I don't need all three Yorkies, but I like the top one. I really like the head shape and the way the fur looks. So I used this pin as a reference for mobility, and I didn't reference every single step or every single cell. I just took maybe half of them, the ones that take like a big step at a time. I didn't want it to be super complex. I just wanted it to be just simple movement. Alright, now that I have my references, I just have a speed draw here. I usually use the ink tool to grab colors from the actual photos of the dogs, just to get a close reference for that fur color. I actually had a bunch of trouble trying to make the fur look textured, especially because I had to use like 5 different colors. It took me a few tries, but eventually I was satisfied with how the fur turned out and where I put the colors. And I tried to make his fur kind of wispy looking because he's not like, doesn't have curly fluffy hair, but has more like a fuzzy wispy type of hair. So I tried to emphasize on that. Most Yorkies do have really dark brown eyes, so they have like basically beady eyes from a distance. So I still wanted to like color it brown, but dark enough that it's like still a realistic reference, and it just something I wanted to apply with this design. Next, I started creating different variations of the dog so I can make it look like it's moving. I remember walking Henry, he didn't have his tongue sticking out, like the happy tongue sticking out too often, so I just thought I'd create like a similar personality with this GIF. And because I'm also making the dog walking, it's just less work for me to do. I try to make my clips look like the dog is on like a quest, or the viewer is the dog walker and the dog is the quest. So I wanted it to seem like the dog had to avoid people. So he's looking around and walking quickly, avoiding the suspicious NPCs. That was pretty much like my goal for how I want the dog to look. Creating him walking was a little challenging. Took me a few attempts to like move his legs and not make them look warped in a way, but eventually I did get it. And yeah, that's how I made my little Yorkie GIF. I will be making more pixel dogs and videos of the pixel dogs, and of course I like to make them in-game themed. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.